What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Professor Anime. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, guys, I am here to bring all of you the very first review of many of Shuumatsu no Izetta, otherwise known as Izetta, the Last Witch. This is actually going to be the first anime that I review on this channel for the fall 2016, so this is going to be pretty cool, and I'm really looking forward to more of this series. But let's get started with the review so I can give my overall thoughts and see if any of you are willing to check this out. So let's get this started. Okay, so Shuumatsu no Izetta, the Last Witch. This is actually an anime that I was looking forward to. Me and a couple of other friends of the Otaku A-Team were quite looking forward to this anime. You know, it seemed like from the PVs that this would be a very interesting sort of anime. Now, from this first episode, let's be honest here, the animation quality isn't really the best. Honestly, it's pretty average. It's average animation quality, but even despite that, even despite the fact that the animation doesn't look that spectacular, the animation quality is actually pretty decent, and honestly, I think the animation really starts to shine when it comes to the tank battles and the airplane battles, and that is very funny to me because the tanks and the airplanes are done in CGI, but when it comes to those specific scenes when, you know, all-out war is going out, those scenes actually look really good, especially when it comes to the smoke effects. Like, the smoke actually looks like real smoke. It doesn't look like, you know, like a blur or anything like that. You know, it actually looks good. And I will say this, that Shuumatsu no Izetta, despite the fact that it doesn't have, you know, spectacular animation, the story has definitely piqued my interest. Now, just to give a little synopsis on Shuumatsu no Izetta, I have a little synopsis right... Now, just to give a little synopsis on what the story is about when it comes to The Last Witch, I have a little synopsis here that I found on Mao, which does a pretty good job on actually giving a summary about this, because when it comes to, like, pronouncing some of the kingdoms within this anime, it's kind of hard to do. I mean, you have names like Elstat or Britannia and other stuff like that, so honestly, I'm just gonna, you know, basically tell you the synopsis when I see on Mao, and then we'll go from there. So basically, the synopsis on Mao is that in 1939 CE, the imperialist nation of Germania invaded a neighboring country. All at once, that war was spread throughout Europe, and the era was dragged into a spiral of great war. Then, in 1940, Germania's attack turned towards the Principality of Elstat, a small Alps country abundant with beautiful water and greenery. So now, going from that synopsis, basically, since it takes place in the 1940 sort of timeline, this is a World War II alternate history. Now, we have basically two main characters in this show, and that is... First off, we see Princess Fine. Now, Princess Fine is a princess, after all, and she obviously is of high nobility, and basically, she is from the country of Elstat, I believe, and it's very beautiful, has a lot of water, you know, greenish land and everything like that, and the thing about this is because of the effects of the war, Elstat is basically all that Princess Fine has left, and, you know, the people residing within that country. But because of the uprising of the Germania forces, like, they are willing to take out that country, and if they take out that country, they are going to have nothing left. Now, this is where we see the Last Witch come in. So who is the Last Witch? Well, that is Izetta, our second female protagonist of this series, and I can already tell that I'm really going to like her character. Like, she just seems like a very interesting character, and since she is the Last Witch, I am really wanting to learn more about her history and what happened to the other race, the races of witches. Like, what exactly happened to the remaining witches if she is the Last Witch? Are there more, or, you know, what's going on here. I'm just very curious to learn more about her history. But from what I can tell about Izetta is that she is definitely going to be the most badass character within this series, by far. And I say that because of the fact that this girl, she doesn't carry around one of those cheap broomsticks. I'm going to be completely honest with you. She does not. You know what she carries around? She carries around a freaking rifle as her broomstick. It's like a rifle stick. Or yeah. So really this episode wasn't too flashy from what we've seen in the PVs. I mean, there were some pretty good scenes within this episode, but we're probably not going to see anything until, you know, as the episodes go on. I mean, this is only the first episode, so really we're just getting the character building and the world building when it comes to this series, and, you know, basically see what is at stake when it comes to this story. So this is where we have our two main female protagonists. You know, it seems that they have some connection in the past. It seemed like Izetta actually knows Princess Fine from her childhood days when Izetta was actually a child. So these two do have some sort of past childhood friendship, and hopefully we do actually see a backstory on that. I mean, we only saw like a little glimpse of, you know, their childhood backstory, but hopefully we actually get more detail on how exactly Princess Fine ended up discovering the last witch, you know, Izetta, you know, relatively soon, so that way it would make more sense as to figuring out what kind of person Izetta is actually, you know, about. But yeah. This is where we are also most likely going to see, you know, now the fact that Izetta and Princess Fine are back together once again. They are going to make a pact with one another, and because of the fact that Izetta is a witch and she actually possesses, excuse me, I am fucking up my words. Izetta actually possesses supernatural power. She is going to use this supernatural power in order to fight the war for her friend Princess Fine, or, you know, for Princess Fine's homeland of Elstadt, because, as I stated before, this is, you know, the only, you know, sort of land that Princess Fine has left, and she just wants to be rid of this war so that way her people can live in peace. So this is definitely going to be a pretty interesting series. I'm very much looking forward to this anime series, and it definitely has piqued my interest. I loved, you know, seeing Izetta in those last few minutes of the episode, especially, you know, when the plane explodes and then she zooms across her rifle stick, you know, her broomstick, and picks up Princess Fine. Like, that was a really cool scene. The CGI doesn't look too bad. The animation doesn't look too bad. And yeah, the story really has piqued my interest, so I'm really looking forward to more of this series. So yeah, guys, I think that about does it for my first impression / review of the very first episode of Shuumatsu no Izetta, otherwise known as The Last Witch. I really hope you all enjoyed this review. Sorry if this review was a little bit too long, but I just really wanted to give my genuine overall thoughts on what I thought about the very first episode. So usually when it comes to first impressions, you know, expect long reviews from me. So hopefully you guys don't mind that too much, though. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below if you are planning to check out this series, and did you like it? Did you hate it? You know, just let me know, you know, what you genuinely thought about the episode. I'm all about honesty here, so definitely let me know your honest opinions on what you thought about the series. I definitely think that, you know, while the animation isn't really that spectacular, honestly, the story is definitely going to hold up because I'm very interested in this series so far. So, yeah, let me know your comments in the comment section down below. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and of course, if you want to stick up to date to future reviews from me, definitely hit that red subscribe button down below, and you will never miss a video from me. That about does it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you all later. Peace.